Good morning, students. We are again back with our lessons of history and political science for the 10th standard. We have finished the first unit test and we are starting the first semester lessons. Now, in history and political science, we are going to deal with the fourth lesson, that is history of Indian arts. Okay, art, there are different kinds of art like music, there is art of dancing, there is art of painting, there is singing, there are various different arts where you express yourself. And now here in this art we are something going to deal about visual arts and all performing arts and all professional opportunities which are there. So let us go deep, step by step. What is art? Okay, what is art? It is a natural human instinct to want to share his experience, wisdom, and also emotions. When that instinct results in a beautiful creation, it is acknowledged as art. Okay, what is there, whatever experience you have, whatever is there, wisdom and all that you put out in experience and it comes out in a beautiful creation, that is acknowledged as art. The artist's power of imagination, sensibility, state of emotion, and his skills are the crucial factors at the root of artistic creation. Okay, a singer, he puts all his emotions, his words, and a beautiful piece of song is created. Music, lyrics. Same way, a poet, he sits down, he imagines, and prepares a beautiful poetry. Same way, an artist who draws, painting, looks at the things, beautiful creation, thoughts come into his mind, and he put it into the painting, and it takes the form of beautiful piece of art. Visual arts and performing arts. There is something called visual arts which we see, and performing arts which we perform. Artistic creations are of two types, visual arts and performing arts. The Sanskrit term for the first type is Drik Kala, and for the second type, Lalit or Angik Kala. Angik Kala and Drik Kala. Okay. Many examples of prehistoric rock art have been discovered at many sites in the world. It proves that the origin of visual arts is as old as the Stone Age man. I mean, during that Stone Age time, people have drawn on the walls and all. Folk arts and classical arts. Folk arts and classical means it is of old. There are two distinct traditions of art, folk art and classical art. Folk art is a tradition that has continued from the prehistoric times. It is continued. The expression of folk art is a natural part of people's way of living. Hence, its expression is spontaneous. Folk art is created by collective participation of the members of a social group. Classical art, on the other hand, is expressed within an established frame of consistent rules. Okay, classical means consistent rules, whereas this one is freely. It is a way of living, like people's way of expression. That is called folk art. Okay. It needs a prolonged training to master any form of classical art, like Bharatanatyam, classical art. It requires training, whereas the folk art does not require training. It is an expression, spontaneous. Style in art. Artists tend to have their own method of working. It is known as the style of the artist. When a style is adopted by many artists over a prolonged period of time, it may become a tradition. Such tradition gets established as an art style. Various art styles develop in every culture, which are characteristic of a certain period and region. Such styles are helpful in studying art history. 4.2 Indian traditions of visual arts. The art of painting and sculpting are visual arts. Means you can see sculpting and drawing. Na? Art of painting. Paintings are two-dimensional. For example, sketches or painting of nature, objects and individuals. They are done on various surfaces such as rocks, walls, papers, canvas of different types and other pots. The mural of Bodhisattva at Ajanta caves is one of the finest examples of the art of painting. Folk styles of painting. Rock paintings dating to Stone Ages have been discovered in many countries. In India, there are rock painting sites in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. The rock paintings in the caves at Bhimbetka are famous. Bhimbetka is a World Heritage Site. Rock paintings usually depict human, animal, and geometric figures. However, the style of rock paintings seems to be changing according to the cultural changes from Stone Ages to the beginning of agriculture. The change is visible in the depiction of flora and fauna, or it may be evident in the style of portraying various figures and also in the colors that were used. Black, red, and white colors were used in the rock paintings, which were made from natural substances. With the help of rock paintings, we can understand the knowledge of ancient people about their natural surroundings and also the way they exploited available natural resources. The tradition of folk style of paintings closely resembles the style of rock paintings. Customs such as decorating the house walls and courtyards Rangavali, Rangavali by drawing various figures and symbols or using panels of paintings to narrate stories help to develop regional styles of folk paintings. Classical styles of painting. The ancient Indian texts have explained various aspects of art in great details. There are altogether 64 arts mentioned in these texts. The art of painting is mentioned as Alekhayam or Alekhaya Vidya in these. It is said to have six main aspects. Shadamge. The ancient Indian scholars studied these six aspects very minutely. They include Rubheda, different shapes and forms, Pramana, proportionate depiction of various features of an image, Bhava, expressions, Lavanya Yojana, aesthetics, Sadurushyata, a resemblance of to reality, Varnika Bhanga, color compositions, Agama texts of various religious sects, Puranas and Vastu Shastra texts explain the arts of painting and sculpting in the context of temple architecture. Miniature paintings in manuscripts. The miniature paintings in the early manuscripts show an influence of Persian style. The Deccan miniature style was developed under the patronage of the Deccan Sultanates. During the reign of Akbar, the Mughal emperor, the Mughal miniature style showing a blend of Indian and Persian styles was developed. Western style of painting. In the British period, Indian artists came under the influence of European style of painting. An art school was established under the leadership of James Wallace, a Scottish artist, in the times of Savai Madhavrao Peshwe in Shaniwarwada in Pune. He had done a portrait of Savai Madhavrao and Nana Fadnavis. Gangaram Tambat, a Marathi artist who worked with whales, deserves a special mention here. He had made drawings of the rock cut caves at Verul and Karle. Some of his drawings are preserved in the Yale Center of British Art of Yale University. Exact portrayal of the object of the painting is characteristic of the European style. A number of renowned artists were trained in the J.J. School of Art and Industry, which was established in 1857, Christian era, offering courses in European style of painting. Pestenji, Bomanji, an alumni of this school, made replicas of Ajanta painting.